This is the Let's Go Win podcast with your host, JM Ryerson.
What is happening, you guys? Welcome back to Let's Go Win podcast. You're here for a Tuesday tune-up with JM Ryerson, and we are talking about something that I don't know how to censor myself when I wrote the article, but it's just fuck fear. And in the article, it doesn't say the U, it's F, and then the lowercase line, CK, fear. But I believe this, man. Like, you know what? Fear is just one of those things that it's not even real, I guess technically. But here's what I wrote. Fear destroys more dreams and aspirations than anything else in this world. It stops people from truly living their best lives and being fulfilled. The most frustrating part is fear isn't even real. Technically, that is. There are 5 core fears that humans share, and those are fear of abandonment, loss of identity, loss of meaning, loss of purpose, and fear of death, sickness and painness. Sickness and pain, painness and sick. All the other fears are generated from these core 5 fears. The problem is to avoid these fears, people choose to stay in their comfort zone, and that almost guarantees them living a small life. And I want you to live full out and play big in life. So here's a process to say fuck fear and go get the life of your dreams. And it's 3 R's, you guys. And I use this often. And the first R is recognize. The first step is to recognize that you have a fear or fears that's holding you back. And the great news is you are not alone. Literally every human being also feels some fear every single day. But now that you know it's okay to possess these fears, let's do something about it. I want you to write down the fear that is holding you back in your career, your relationships, health, or whatever. By writing down the fear, you are now taking control of it. It's not stuck up in your head creating havoc with your incredibly vivid imagination. Now it's just words on a piece of paper. So again, the first R, everyone listening, I want you to remember this. Recognize the fear and then write it down. That is the first R. The second R is release. The definition of release is to allow or enable to escape from confinement, set free. We are already released the fear from our body by writing it down, and now we're going to release that fear from you completely. I want you to take that piece of paper and I want you to burn it. I want you to shred it or just tear it to pieces, eat it. I really don't care. I want you to destroy that piece of paper with your fear on it. My personal favorite is to burn it. I love to watch the fear completely dissipate. I also think fire is pretty amazing, but I've seen clients personally rip that piece of paper, and that's also pretty inspiring to watch. The act of completely dominating your fear is different for everyone, but there is this visceral feel when you find the right way for you. It does feel amazing and it allows you to show your fear who's boss. So the first, again, R is recognize, write it down. The second fear is to release it. Again, burn it, shred it, eat it. I don't care, just beat the shit out of that fear. And the last R stands for respond. Now that we have shed the fear from ourselves, it's time to act. The fears have been holding you back from the life of your dreams. Now it's just time to go get it. Ask yourself a few questions about what you need to do to obtain the life that you really want. What do I need to do differently? Do I need to learn something new? Do I need to change my mindset? Whatever the answer is, I want you to write that down. Now, at this point, you should be feeling pretty inspired and you should have a fire lit inside you that no one can extinguish in the moment. We need to capture those thoughts and inspirations so that we can act on them today and continue to do so until those dreams are reached. So the third R is respond. So we recognize the fear, we wrote it down, we released it by beating the crap out of it, eating it, burning it, shredding it. Now we're responding in direct opposition of whatever that fear was telling us. Now, this process may need to be done many times before that fear is completely gone. I wish I could tell you that you releasing your fears into a ball of fire ensures that it'll stay away forever. That's not the case. But for me, this is a system that I can use to beat fear every time it shows up. By reaching your full potential, it means constantly being out of your comfort zone, and that means new fears are going to show up. So I use the 3R system to say, forget you, fear. You will not beat me down or keep me from living my best life. So again, I just want to reiterate this, and there's so many examples I have where a fear pops up, and as they've said before, and I'm going to butcher this quote just a little bit, but everything you want is on the other side of fear. So whatever that dream life, dream relationship, dream career, whatever that is, it's on the other side of your fear. So I just want to give you the system to get rid of that fear, because truth be told, and you've heard this on the show before, fear stands for false evidence appearing real. It's not real. We have created this in our mind. Now, I'm not talking about being afraid of snakes biting you. Look, that's a real fear of snakes. I'm not saying go pick up that snake. What I'm saying is those fears that are not real, they are made up in our mind. We have created this idea. I want you to recognize it. Write that down. Now, burn it, shred it, eat it, crush it. I don't care. Do something with that piece of paper. That is the release part. And then respond in direct opposition of whatever that fear is doing. This has worked for me time and time again. I will use it today. I will use it tomorrow. I will use it 10 years from now, because the fears never completely go away. I don't know where they come from. They just happen. We create these things, but there is a system to take care of them. So this is one of the ones I'm most passionate about. Fuck fear. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it. Sorry for cursing to those that don't like to hear curse words. But you know what? When it comes to getting rid of those fears, I am adamant. I am passionate about it, and I want you to be too. So until next time, you guys, I want you to remember that your mindset matters. And you know what? Do me a favor. The biggest thing that I am trying to do right now is continue to grow this podcast, because I hear you guys saying, man, that was awesome. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the kind words. That's great. But what I really need from you is to stop right now. I want you to go subscribe to the podcast, rate it 5-star, preferably, if you like it. If you don't, that's cool too. Let me know that too. And review it would be awesome. I'm currently at like 37 reviews, and I've asked many of you to do this. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I'm trying to do it in a quick fashion. So anything you can do to help me, I would appreciate it. I'm glad to do a favor back for you. And I think this 3R system is one of those. So until next time, you guys, your mindset matters. We'll talk to you then. Thank you so much for listening. If this content is delivering value to you, please make sure to subscribe, rate, and review us. That helps us build this community, and that is what we are all about. Building this community as big as we can, helping as many people as we can, and deliver as much value as possible. Be sure to head over to letsgowinpodcast.com for information on my coaching courses, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Let's Go Win 365. Let's go win and transcend in life.
This is the Let's Go Win podcast with your host, JM Ryerson.